Hey guys, so I am now officially 6 days post-op of my hysterectomy surgery. I'm feeling remarkably well considering 6 days ago I just underwent major organ removal surgery, but no, I'm doing really well. I'm still a little bit sore and I get quite tired easily, but other than that, I'm doing really well. The surgery went smoothly. There's no complications. Um, it's hard to believe that it's actually happened. I'll explain my experience of surgery a little bit. So I had a total laparoscopic hysterectomy, and it was performed by Mr. S. Sharma at Leeds Methley Park Hospital, which is a private hospital. And on the day of surgery, I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be. Mum and Dad and myself went into Leeds City Centre in the morning, did a little bit of shopping, just to take my mind off what was going to happen. But I wasn't nervous. I wasn't preoccupied with it in my mind at all that morning. So I was really calm actually. I was due to be at the hospital for 12:45. I got checked in, and I was taken up to my room. It's a private hospital, so you get your own room and your own bathroom, which was really nice. I don't think I would have really liked being on a ward. I had a nurse come in and check all my details and gave me a surgical gown to put on and sexy surgical stockings to help with blood clots. About 2 o'clock, my mum and dad left, which didn't bother me either. I still wasn't that nervous. I was told my surgery would be around about 2:30 in the afternoon, so I had about a couple of hours to myself just to relax and get my mind set right. The anaesthetist came in to speak to me. I did say that I was a little bit worried about the anaesthetic. That was the main thing that was worrying me. But he reassured me that everything would be okay and that he would be there to look after me during the surgery. So that did put my mind at ease. And my consultant, Mr. Sharma, came in and spoke to me, and we spoke about the surgery and how he was going to perform it, and if I had any questions. At around 2:15, a nurse came to get me to take me down to theatre, and she took me to the anaesthetic room. And I remember saying in my last video that it was the anaesthetic that I was the most worried about. But to be honest, it was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was ever going to be, so there was nothing to worry about. All the nurses in the anaesthetic room were really lovely and funny and just put you at ease. What also helped, about a week before, I researched different videos about anaesthetics, and I came across a video it is aimed at children, but it explains anaesthetic in a really child-friendly way, and that really did actually help. They had a bit of an issue getting a cannula in my hand, and they had to try twice to get it in, and they put a gas oxygen mask on my face, and the only thing I really remember is them putting the anaesthetic in and feeling pins and needles in my cheeks, and then waking up in recovery. So it was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. When I came round from anaesthetic in recovery, I wasn't in as much pain as I thought I was going to be. It really only felt like bad period cramp, but I was pretty drugged up on some strong painkillers. But yeah, it was nowhere near as painful as I thought it was going to be. I came out of theatre at about 5 o'clock-ish. I do remember when I was coming round, I had a male nurse in recovery with me, and I was talking about football, and I don't even like football, so no idea what I was talking about to him. But yeah, I was taken back to my room, and I was just in and out of sleeping pretty much all after that. I had a catheter put in, which wasn't a big deal. That got taken out at night, and I managed to get up and go for a wee by myself. Moving around that first sitting up and first getting out of bed was pretty uncomfortable. I'll show you my scars, well, my incisions. They're bandaged up at the moment. Yeah, that's all that there is. So scope went in my belly button, and then two little incisions at the side. It's still quite sore. The middle one's the most painful one. Like sitting up and turning and stuff is still a bit painful, but I'm keeping up on my painkillers, so not too bad. The staff at the hospital were absolutely amazing, especially the nighttime nurses. They were absolutely brilliant. I cannot fault the hospital or all the care that they provide. They were brilliant. I left in less than 24 hours after my surgery. Mum and Dad came to pick me up at about 11 o'clock the next morning, and I was back home by 1 o'clock, so I was actually back in my hometown in less than 24 hours after my surgery, so it's pretty good considering I just had a total hysterectomy. So that's my post-op update. I'll probably do a little update when I'm feeling a little bit stronger and when it's been probably a couple more weeks. I'm going to see a nurse next week for my libido injection, and I'm going to ask her to have a little bit of a look at the incisions. So I might update after that and keep you updated on how everything's going. But yeah, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad that it's done. Now I just need to rest and recover. But thank you for watching, and I'll update very soon.